Hello, my name is Carlson, and I am doing my vlog for my new student Dialog. And I attended the new student Dialog Intercultural Conflict Resolution through Dialog. And yeah, this session was it was pretty good. It was in a Tillman auditorium, and it wasn't really a dialogue, but it was more of a big lecture about like dialogue. We didn't have a dialogue, but like we talked about like different types of dialogue and like how people perceive dialogue. And the first video, we watched like 2 videos, which was a big part of the lecture. And one video was about the speaker who talked about how stereotypes don't tell the whole story. Stereotypes aren't not necessarily not true, but how they don't tell the whole story. And that happens a lot in dialogue, where people just don't know the whole story, and they don't get to know people, and they just make assumptions. And like it's just assuming that like all people from Africa are like poor and warring and like at war and stuff like that, or it's just making like blatant like generalizations, which is really like disrespectful, and it's not something that should be done. And she talked about how you really have to sit down, and like we as like people should strive to learn about other cultures so we can be more understanding and not seem as ignorant and things like that. I thought the video was good. It was pretty interesting how she told her story about growing up in Africa, and how her roommate like just assumed like things and that like weren't true at all, and because they aren't true, and like a lot of people in Africa aren't, like they want to strive to be better, and it's not just all what's portrayed in the news. And she said the media has a lot to do with that too, because like since we live in America, we just see the viewpoint from American standpoints, and whatever the news tells us, that's what we're going to see, unless we actually go to these cultures and see what it's actually like and try and understand. The second video we watched was it talked a little bit about evolution, and I thought that video was really cool because yeah, the guy who was talking, I guess he was just drawing the whole time during it, which, I mean, the drawings were really good, and that kept me like interested. And he was more of like a biological type guy, so we talked a little bit about the science, and he talked about how in our brain we have these like mirror chromosomes, or I forget the exact wording, but how when we watch someone do something, like the same like neurons fire off in the brain just as much as when we actually do something. Like, so he was saying how like when we watch people do something, we're learning from them, and that's just as good as doing it. And another point he had in that video was how we all come from 2 human beings, like all the genes of like the first couple of humans, most of them didn't come out. It was just one girl and one man that had most of the genes, which I thought was pretty interesting, and that how everyone is so different today, and how we all just originated from the same same background, just really is intriguing. Our lecturer was he was really good. He seemed very organized, and he seemed like he really liked this topic about understanding and how you have to think from other people's perspectives and views, and not just your own. Yeah, this new student dialogue I thought was a good experience, and they should keep doing it, because It makes the freshmen think a little bit. It requires them to do something that's maybe they're not used to doing, like creating this vlog. I know I've never done a video vlog post type thing, so yeah, it was a good experience, and